Hello everyone, and welcome to Ant News Network News. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 42 of ANN News. We got loads of stuff up today, including Mr. Ant, a new channel to ANN, the Dragonbloom, Ants Dorset, Tuga Ants, Mr. Oliver, of course, Hubert Cos, Midwest Antics, Ants Hood, Aesthetic Ants, and AntSuang, all on today's show, so stay tuned. We also got a few new ants, and a little rant as well. So let's get into the channels. Up first today, we have Mr. Ant, which is a new channel to the ANN News, and he's currently only got 3 subscribers. However, I really do feel if you enjoy ants and you love ant knowledge, especially how they relate to the environment and all of the sorts of things like that, like a really in-depth kind of specific knowledge for certain ants, definitely head over to his channel. His latest video on Myrmecaria brunellis, oh, it was brilliant. Like, I was completely, the whole video, it was just like more knowledge, more knowledge, more knowledge. And how they like relate to the environment too in a bigger picture. Kind of because the Myrmecaria brunellis, I didn't know it until he said it in a video, but in the wild, they are a massive kind of anti-malaria ant, if you get what I mean. As they'll actively predate on mosquito larvae and things like that. And this kind of thing with ants is, well, you don't normally hear about it in your standard video, how they actually live in the wild and what effect this has on the wild. So I definitely recommend heading over to his channel, 100%, and make sure you smash the subscribe button because it's top notch. Up next today, we have the Dragonbloom. He made a lovely little video on the Pogonomyrmex barbatus, which are, they're a personal favourite colony. To be fair, I just love them. They just got such little fat heads. It's just, they're just so cute. I just like, they're great. And he's got a great, healthy little colony. He's also going to have a giveaway soon. He's currently on about 37 subscribers, but once he gets to 50 subscribers, he's going to have a giveaway. So it's definitely worth heading over to his channel, subscribing, and then keeping an eye out for that giveaway. He really deserves all the subscribers he can get because he's got some lovely ant colonies. So head over there, link below as normal. Another new channel to ANN News, which, well, I've been slacking, I guess, because there's quite a few new kind of channels this week. We've got Ants Dorset, who's been on the scene for quite a while as well. I failed because he's slipped totally under my radar. He made a great video on his Campanodus mecans, and wow, he has a lovely colony of those, and they are doing really well. And they're living in a Gen 2 Wakushi setup. However, they've managed to escape by kind of chewing out of the nest. So, yeah, if you've got a Campanodus species and maybe you got them in a Gen 2 Wakushi nest, I would watch that video just to kind of have an idea of things that could happen. But the nest has obviously done the colony quite well. And yeah, the colony is amazing. The colony looks absolutely brilliant, though, of these Campanodus. The only thing that I'd say is, my God, they're like so many on the lid. It'd be terrifying to pop that lid. Over at Tug Ants, previously known as the Ant-Man, I think he is, the prior name was, he made a video on his Tetras. Well, they're some of my girls, so I'm a little bit preferential of them. But he showed why, one of the reasons I think Tetromorphin bicarinata are one of the best species about. And they have one thing that kind of sets them apart, I feel, is they love inbreeding. So you can end up with, well, you can get one colony, and really, once it's grown, you can have technically like 50 colonies inside of one colony, which gives you the opportunity to take a test tube out, let's say, and give a whole colony to someone else, and which is brilliant. I think he gave one to his nephew, which, what an awesome present. But it's a really good way of kind of getting new people into the hobby, I think. And if it doesn't work out, the great thing about Tetromorphin bicarinatum is they're extremely social. So say the colony doesn't work out, like unlike most ants, once you've separated the colony for a bit of time, you're not going to be able to put them back together. However, the TB, say you give someone a colony, they don't like it, you can get it back and just dump it straight back into the main colony, and they don't care. Like, I've got colonies from all around, basically, from lots of different shops, from all different places in the world. And yeah, you can just dump them in. They mix so well. Over at the amazing and sorely missed for a little bit, Ants Holliver Extra channel, he's back with a vengeance, which I'm super happy about. But although I'm not happy about his latest video, because R.I.P. Betsy, his Bullan Queen, it's such a shame she died. But wow, I think she showed so many people how hardy and resilient the big bull ants can be. A lot of people, I think, are kind of, it's quite a big gamble. You see this ant, they're quite expensive, and they have to come from the other side of the world. Make sure you get it from a supplier as well that's actually allowed to supply them. But you get these ants, they're expensive, and I don't know, previously there was a high risk that you kind of think, okay, I'm going to err on the side of caution, and maybe these ants are delicate, and it's quite a big risk. But it was really nice seeing Betsy. She got put through so much, and she just kept going and going and going. And unfortunately, after so much, she eventually gave in, but she basically withstood so much more than I ever could have imagined a bull ant could take, which kind of, I don't know, it fills me with confidence that if I ever did get some bull ants, there's kind of, she's not going to turn up dead, if you get what I mean. Like, it's not going to be, oh, I spent all this money and she's gone. It's kind of not a bad investment. Not really an investment though, because you're not going to make any money back. But it wouldn't be just burning money, if you get what I mean, to receive a dead queen. Like, she's really hardy. He also made a video on his Tetramorium bicarinum, and I've already said enough about the Tetramorium bicarinum this episode, and I'm not allowed to be biased, so yep, head over to his channel and watch that one for yourself. But it's really nice to have Holliver back. He also made a video on vivariums, which is kind of the new trend going around. I like to call them incubators, but kind of putting your ants inside of a heated box, it's a really good way of keeping your ants at a nice stable temperature. I think I do attribute most of my success with ants to keeping them in a incubator / vivarium, because it really does seem to make a massive difference having a stable temperature in a nest. Let's head over to Hubert Cos as well. I spotted his video this week in which he showed a 2-queen Manica rubida colony. You don't see many of these, and a lot of people have kind of given it a go. I was going to give it a go this week, but I decided, no, I'm too much of a wimp. But this is the first 2-queen Manica rubida, colony, that I've seen that's really thriving, and it was quite interesting because, well, you kind of, it's a risk when you're mixing ants and 2 queens, and it's like, oh yeah, they're polygamous, but how does their polygamy work? But it's nice to see that his 2-queen colony, they're absolutely thriving, and he has loads of workers. Head over to his channel though and check out that beautiful colony yourself. Round at Midwest Antics, he made a round at Midwest Antics. The Atta Mexicana have taken the spotlight this week. He's got a fresh new colony, and it's really worth heading over to his channel, subscribe, just to keep up to date with how they grow. I've quite enjoyed seeing him, well, from when he first got them, and now they're kind of eating really well, and he's got time lapses of them eating, all sorts of things like that. And Atta Mexicana, they are a brilliant species, super resilient, and the leaf cutters, they have one of the best, if not the best, kind of input to output ratio, so you barely have to actually put any effort into looking after them. You can literally just give them leaves, and that's all you really have to do. I choose to give mine water as well, but it's literally a couple minutes, and for that couple of minutes of care, you can get hours of entertainment watching them carrying the leaves and doing all the things they do. And they're such gorgeous ants as well. They come in so many sizes and colours. They're just one of the best ant species in the world, in my opinion. But yeah, head over to his channel though and definitely check him out. He's also at 98 subs, so if only 2 of you head over to his channel and subscribe, That's triple digits for him, and I think that's just winning. Let's head over to the Netherlands. Round of the Aesthetic Ants channel, who has been quiet for quite a while. He's been actually making some videos again, which I'm really happy to see. And this week was how to fluon and tuga hole your nest, which was a really in-depth guide because using fluon is actually quite difficult. When I first used it, I whinged that it didn't work and things like that because I didn't apply it right. And it wasn't until some Americans, which were more kind of used to using fluon, told me how to apply it that I managed to actually get a good barrier. So if you're going to use fluon or tuga hole as well, head over to his channel and watch the video because it is well worth it. Also, he mentions in the tuga hole bit something that doesn't get mentioned as much as it should really, but alcohol and perspex, they don't mix, and a lot of people just seem to skip over that bit. But I think it's very useful to know that if you apply alcohol to perspex, things may happen. You may get cracks, things like that. But yeah, I won't spoil it all. Go over to EA and watch his latest video. Ants Hood time. Not good news really from Ants Hood this week because it looks like it's Singularis. They're up to something. Maybe they're just hibernating, but yeah, he's kind of, I think it's make or break for this colony. For a long time, he's had his Venus in an outworld. It's a little natural setup, trying to get them to move out because they're not doing very well inside of their test tube. It's always a Venus setup. And, well, the best option I think he had was they do quite well in natural setups, so he's trying to move them into a natural setup. But, yeah, there's been some complications. And he also completely downplays the fact that they're living in a multi-species tank as well, sharing with another species of ants. And I'm not going to spoil that, so head over to Ants Hood and watch his latest video on his Camponotus singularis, and you can find out what other ants are living in his multi-species tank. And yeah, get up to date with all of the goings on there. Finally today, we have AntSuang, and back to the droptail ants. He's also got a small colony of the Myrmecaria ants, or the hunchback ants, and his colony is founding. These ants, they are really cool looking, and it's really nice to see his colony has got loads of larvae and they seem to be doing really healthy. I can't wait to see how they've developed in like the next 6 months and a year and all sorts of things like that, because I really would like a colony of these. The only thing that's holding me back at the minute is space, but being able to watch other people's colonies grow, it kind of lets you, at least, you're not keeping them yourself, but you can kind of live through somebody else's colony almost. So, new ants time. I will say it's getting quite hard to check if there's any new ants due to all the blah blah marketing junk on all the websites. This is just my opinion, but I just want to see the ants. Like, I don't want to lecture on how you're the best thing since sliced bread. That's just my little rant though, so yeah, a lot of people maybe like reading pages and pages and pages of marketing stuff, but personally, no, the only thing that actually matters is the ants, not all the blah blah blah. But yeah, new ants that I could actually find through all of the blah 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 was, we've got Ants Davey, who doesn't have any blah blah blah. He's got lovely first thing you see on his website, the ants, which is like, oh, I love the way it should be. Personal opinions may vary. But he has Atomexicana for reserve, and as I said earlier in the video, one of the best ant colonies that you could get. Myrmecaria natalensis, which are the droptail ants, which, my god, I think they're in at the moment. They are the current in ants for November 2023. He's got Mesa angularis and also Camponotus sylvaticus in as well, which, yeah, beautiful ants. That's about it for the new ants as far as I can tell this week. Weatherman has currently got, I'm going to say, maybe he's got pneumonia or something. That'd be a good excuse. So yeah, Weatherman's sick and he can't make it to work today. Oh. But yeah, that's all for today's ANN news. I hope you enjoyed, and sorry it's so long. I've just looked at the little time in the top of the screen, and it's like 17 minutes long at the minute. But thanks for watching. I hope you stay. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and yeah, until next time, may your ants live long and prosper. And from everyone in the ANN News studio, bye.